dear students, a very good morning and Assalamualaikum to everyone. How are you? I'm fine by the grace of Almighty. Students, today we all are here for doing elementary science class, isn't it? Yes. And do you know me? Okay, I'm telling. I'm your Malia Salsabit Miss from Master Preparatory KG School. So students, what we are going to learn today? Guess what? Yes. Okay, I'm telling. We know that the natural environment encompasses all living and non-living things occurring naturally. Through numerous ecosystem services, natural environment play a fundamental role in protecting health. Students, if I say, do you like to eat apple? Okay, I do like to eat apple very much. So see, while eating apple, have you ever think anything like from where apple is coming? Yes, obviously from trees. Okay, but have you ever think that how trees are making food by themselves? Yes, you are absolutely correct, student. Trees are making food with the help of light. And how they are getting light? Yes, obviously they are getting light with the help of sunlight. As we all know that sunlight is the main source of all energy. Yes, my dear students, today throughout the class we will be learning these sorts of things. Yes, before that I am going to ask you your previous class lesson. Have you learned your previous class lesson, students? Okay, now let's check whether you have prepared your lesson or not.
So, dear students, now it's our review time. In your previous class, you have learned Chapter 1, Our Environment, and the topic you covered was you did reading practice from page number 2 to 5. Okay, now I'm going to ask you some question answers. The very first question for you. What is environment? In how many classes environment is divided? Guess what will be the answer, students? Thank you very much. Yes, you are correct. All things around us make our environment. Our environment is divided into classes. They are living things and non-living things. Perfect answer, students. Then the next question for you. What do you mean by living things? Guess what will be the answer? Perfect. The things which have life is called living things. For example, human being, plant, animal, etc. Okay? Thank you very much, student. Now, the next question, see? What do you mean by non-living things? So, students, can you guess the answer? Yes, perfect. The things which do not have life is called non-living things. For example, chair, table, sunlight, etc. Again, the question is, for what do animals depend on plants? Who will answer? Yes, you will answer. Till? Very good. Animals depend on plants for oxygen, food, medicine, shelter, etc. Awesome performance, students. Yes, it's a very good start. That means you are preparing your lesson from the very beginning. Please try to continue like this. Okay, so now students, we will see some pictures and identify what is today's topic. See what is here in the picture. Yes, you can see that plants get energy from sun. Again, you can see here another picture. Guess what is over here? Yes, animals get energy from food. See, here there is another picture. Can you guess something? Yes, animals, they depend on other living things for survival. So, now, see here, there are different components. Some are living, some are non-living. So, by giving the arrow sign, it is indicating that one is dependent on other. Like plants dependent on sun for sunlight. Again, cow dependent on plants for surviving. Yes, they are eating the plants. Again, from cow what we are getting? We are getting milk, and we human beings are dependent on milk. We are eating milk for what? Yes, we drink milk and get energy. So here we can see a what? Energy flow. And here you can see that in the picture. Yes, see, one animal is dependent on several other animals for surviving. So I hope you understand what is today's topic. Yes. Before declaring the topic, I want to tell you today's lecture number is 2. Classwork number will be also 2. And we will be learning chapter 1, our environment. So see, from this chapter, the topic we are going to discuss today is, yes, you have guessed it before, that is energy flow. So see, we will be covering page number 6 and 7. From here, we will learn related short question answers from page number 6 and 7 and MCQ and short question answers of page 8. So now we are going to start with page number 6. Open your book, page 6, students.
Students, let's know our today's learning outcomes. We will be able to explain energy flow. We will be able to identify food chain and food web. We will be able to differentiate between food chain and food web.
So, dear learner, see here, it is written that living things need energy for survival. Plants get energy from the sun and animals get energy from food. So it is written in the topic energy flow in your book, page number 6. So what is meant by energy flow, students? Can anyone tell me? Yes, energy flow is a flow of energy through living things within an ecosystem. So, before discussing more, I will be showing you a video. With that video, you may understand many things. So let's enjoy the video at first.
The flow of energy in an ecosystem. In a food chain, food which provides energy is transferred from one trophic level to another. Thus, energy is used and conveyed from one trophic level to another. This process is called flow of energy.
By seeing the video, I hope you have understood what is energy flow. Okay. So if question comes like this, from where plants get energy, what will be the answer? Perfect. Plants get energy from sun. Again, if question come like this, from where animals get energy? Yes, animals get energy from food. Perfect, students. Okay. Now see here, there is a activity. Before that, after this activity, there is a picture in your book. See this one. So see here, we can see various components. Yes, many living things and non-living things together. What is written over here? At first, you have to make a table like the one shown here below. So kindly do it in your classwork copy. For this, you will get 2 minute time. Okay, students, now see, here it is said that seeing the picture below, write the name of the living things in order of the living things eaten by other living things in the table. We all know by seeing here, I think we have that common sense to guess which living thing is eaten by which one. Okay, before that, I want to tell you one thing more. See, plants, they are dependent on sun. Why? Because plants are making their own food with the help of light, that thing they are getting from sun. Yes, students. Again, how insects are surviving? Yes, students, you are right. Insects are surviving by eating the plants. Okay. So now see, these are were non-living things. But now here, frog, they also are dependent on some other living things for surviving. Yes, that is here, insect. By seeing this picture, you can guess frog, they are dependent on insect for food. Again, snake, they eat frog, isn't it? Have you seen it? Yes, I have seen before that snake are eating frog. Okay, so frog is eaten by what? Yes, snake. Then again, we can say that snake is eaten by whom? Eagle. Yes, perfect. So like this way, you will write the name of the living things in the order of eaten by other living things in this table. Okay, students? And after that, in your Zoom class, what you will do is you will share your ideas with your classmates. Like you may have different idea that frog, other than eating insect, they eat some other things also. Yes, you can tell that. Again, snake not only eat frog, but they are also dependent on other living things. Yes, eagle also similarly is dependent on not only snake for survival, but also other animals too. So these things you will be discussing in your Zoom live class. Okay, students? Perfect. So dear students, as I have told you before that plants are dependent on what? Yes, they are dependent on sun for producing their fruit. So we will tell that sun, they are the main source of all energy, because if there was no sun, then what would happen? Plants, they would not be able to make their own food. And if plants were not able to make their own food, then how insects would survive or other animals would survive? Yes, so we can tell that sun is the main source of all energy. Then plants, they are said as producer because they are producing their food by themselves. They are not dependent on any other living thing for producing their own food. Okay, then here you can say that insects, they are dependent on animals for surviving. Again, frog, they are also dependent on other animals for surviving. Yes, again snake, it is also dependent on other animals for surviving. Eagle itself dependent on other animals for surviving. As insect, frog, snake, eagle, they are dependent on other animals for surviving. So we will tell these animals as consumer. I hope you understood, my dear students.
All living organisms are connected to one another. The food is prepared by green plants in the presence of sunlight. So, they are the producers. This food is then eaten by animals. So, animals are the consumers. Thus, there is a continuous link of organisms based on their food requirements. For example, an eagle eats a snake. The snake eats frog. The frog eats grasshopper and grasshopper eats grass. The grass is green in color and so can prepare its own food in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. Therefore, grass or other green plants always lie at the base of the food chain. Grass is eaten by the grasshoppers. So, the food manufactured by the grass goes into the body of grasshoppers. Grasshoppers are herbivorous animals and are regarded as primary consumers of the food chain. Grasshoppers are eaten by frogs. Frogs are therefore regarded as the secondary consumers in this food chain. Frogs are eaten by snakes, and then eagles feed upon the snakes, and so on. This flow of food energy in an ecosystem amongst its organisms constitute the food chain. In nature, the food and feeding relationship of plants and animals is not so simple. If all the organisms of an ecosystem are plotted, a type of network is obtained. This is known as the food web.
So by seeing the video, I hope you understood that what is food chain and what is food web. But now we are going to read whatever is written in page number 7. See, at first it is written about food chain. All animals directly or indirectly depend on plants for their energy. A plant produces its own food using the energy of the sunlight, the thing we have discussed before. Yes, and an insect eats the plant and a frog eats the insect. In the same process, the frog is eaten by a snake and then the snake is eaten by an eagle. Like this, energy is passed from plants to animals. I hope you understood, students. Here, see, you can see the picture. Grasshopper is dependent on grass. Again, frog depend on grasshopper for survival. Yes, and snake dependent on frog. Again, eagle is dependent on snake. Okay, so see, here it is written, the path of food energy in an ecosystem from plants to animals is called food chain. Again, students, do underline this sentence. Yes, it is the definition of food chain. You have to memorize it also because it may also come as a short question. The path of food energy in an ecosystem from plants to animals is called food chain. So see, the food chain begins with the green plants. Food chain begins with what, students? With green plants. Okay, as you can see here in the picture. Then we will be learning about food web. Yes, in any ecosystem, there are many food chains connected together. Yes, all the plants and animals are part of several food chains. So, for example, we can say that Hulk may be eaten by a mouse, a squirrel, a frog, or some other animals. The snake may eat a rabbit, a rat, or some other animal. See, Hulk is not dependent on only one animal. Hulk may eat mouse, also may eat squirrel, also may eat a frog, or they may also eat some other animals. Again, snake is not only dependent on rabbit, but also may eat what? Rat or other animals. Yes, see here by arrow sign, it is showing the connections in your book picture. Yes. Okay, so several food chains, whenever we are connecting together, make a food web. Underline this sentence, students. Several food chains connecting together make a food web. This one also you need to memorize for short question answer. Okay, students? Okay. So see, here are some pictures. I'm going to show you a food web over here. Yes, plants, they get energy from sun, as sun is the main source of all energy. Again, a rabbit is dependent on plants. Again, rabbit is being eaten by tiger. So see here, there is a single food chain. But now, if I do connect that plants is eaten by rat also, again, rat is being eaten by eagle. Again, plant is eaten by squirrel. Then squirrel is being eaten by snake. Again, snake is being eaten by eagle. Again, plants are eaten by deer. Again, deer are eaten by tiger. So see.
Dear students, as we are done with learning the book pages, now I'm going to ask you some question answers from those lessons. Okay students, I'm asking, think in a food chain, plants are dependent on what? Sun? Yes. In the same process, among frog, snake and grasshopper, which one is dependent on which one? Think and then answer. Perfect. Frogs depend on grasshopper and snakes depend on frogs. Perfect. Okay, now another question. You know that a lot of animals eat plants as food. In which process does energy pass from plants to these animals, students? Perfect answer. Through food chain, energy passes from plants to animals. Very good, students. Okay, another question for you. How is the food web made? Yes, we have learned it before. Tell. Several food chains connecting together make a food web. Very good, students. Now what we are going to do is, in page number 8 of your book, see here in the exercise there are some what? Question answers, short question answers. Yes, we are going to discuss about the short question answers now. See, what is the first question over here? What are the differences between food chain and food web? So, can you give the answer? Can you make some differences? Okay, I will tell the answer for your betterment too.
You can write the definition of food chain and food web for the first difference. Here the definition of food chain is the path of food energy in an ecosystem from plants to animals is called a food chain. On the other hand, the definition of food web is the combination of several food chains is called a food web. Okay, then can you write another difference? Guess what? 3 or more members in our environment form a food chain. Again, for the food web, what will be there? As in food chain, by combining 3 or more members in environment, we can form a food chain. What happens for food web? Yes, when several food chains form a food web. Again, see, we can write that a food chain is simple in formation. Yes, and a food web is complex in formation. As you know, with one member, several members are combining together, so it's a bit complex. So there can be many food chains in an environment. Again, there can be only one food web in an environment. Okay, then another difference you can write that a food chain has only one consumer. But what happened? A food web has more than one consumer. So this is the answer of the difference between food chain and food web.
The next question for you. What do plants depend on animals for? Yes, very good answer, students. Plants depend on animals for carbon dioxide for making food. Pollination, seed dispersal, organic fertilizer, nutrition. Then, what is the third question? Yes, give 3 examples of non-living things that humans depend on. So, how you will write the answer? Any guess? Very good. 3 examples of non-living things that humans depend on are: number 1, air to breathe; number 2, water to drink; and number 3, food to get nutrition. Perfect, students. Yes. Now, another question is here. This one also you have learned in the chapter. What is pollination? Very easy. Okay. So, tell the answer. Pollination is to transfer pollen from one flower to another flower so that plants can make seeds. So students, these were all the short question answers from page number 8. Students, now we are going to do the MCQ from page number 8. This part we will be marking in our book. So get ready with a pencil.
So now we are going to do the tick mark on the correct answer from page number 8. So students, see the first question over here. Which one is an original source of energy? The options are plants, the sun, the moon, animals. Guess what will be the answer? Are you sure? Okay, yes, students, it's perfect. It's the sun is an original source of energy. Perfect. Then see the next question. For which one do animals depend on plants? Options are light, water, food, air. Guess what? On which one do animals depend? Yes? Okay. Yes, it's food. Animals depend on plants for food. Perfect. So see here in 3 number, the question is which one is the correct food chain? A. Grasshopper is eaten by grasses. Again, grasses are eaten by snake and snake is eaten by frog. Is it? No. Here there is yes problem. Grasses is eaten by grasshopper. Again, frog is eaten by snake. So this one is not correct. Now let's see B. In B, here it is. Frog is eaten by grasshopper. Is it? No. Grasshopper is eaten by frog. Yes. And then see here it is written that grasses is eaten by grasshopper. Yes. Yes, grasses is eaten by grasshopper. But here it is not that, it is like opposite given over here. Isn't it? Yes. So this is also not correct. Now let's see here. Snake is eaten by grasshopper. Is it? Grasshopper eats snake? No. So here is also a chain break. So this is not also correct. But here you can see in D that grasshopper eats grasses. Again, frog eats grasshopper. Snake eats frog. Yes, this one is a perfect food chain. So we can say that which one is correct? Grasses eaten by grasshopper. Again, grasshopper is eaten by frog. Again, snake eaten by frog. So this was all about MCQ part, students.
Students, now it's time to take your homework. You will write your diary now. So get ready with a pen. Okay? So what will be your homework? Before that, make sure you are writing your homework number. Homework number you should write in your homework copy too. So write in your diary, learn page number 6 and 7 and MCQ of page 8. And as writing part, you will learn and write short question answers of page number 8. Whatever I have discussed today. Short question answer number 1 to 4. Okay students, are you clear about your class today? Okay, thank you for being with me and cooperating me a lot throughout the class. Hopefully, we will meet again in another new class. Until then, stay safe and stay with Master Preparatory KG School.